mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. Hey everybody, Aaron here with another one for you. This is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Let's jump right in. All right, I want to give a shout out to Orangutan Topics for this request. Thank you for the request. Comes at a perfect time as we approach the holidays. And so if you're looking for something fun to learn how to play, to impress your family, I think this is going to do it. All right, so click on the link in the description so that you're looking at the same chart as I am. And we got to make some quick adjustments to it. So let me show you how to do that so that your chart looks like mine. All right, so you're going to see down here at the bottom where it says transpose, -1, +1. Go ahead and click the -1 2 times, and then click on the 3 dots and go up to where it says use flats. We're going to do that. All right, that's going to make your chart look like mine. And then we are going to work through the different parts of this song. We are going to learn the chords for the song. We're going to learn a simple rhythm we can use. And then I'm going to teach you how to play the musical interlude that happens in between the verses so that you can put it all together. All right, let's start with the chords. All right, this right here is middle C. And the first chord we are going to do is a G minor chord, G, B flat, D. In our left hand, we're just going to play the note G. Okay, next chord is going to be C minor. Okay, so I keep my thumb on G and I slide up to C and E flat. My left hand, I come up here to C. That is my C minor. Then we're going to move to an F chord. Come down here like this, F, A, C in my right hand and an F in my left hand. And then we're going to play a B flat chord. Okay, so I jumped up to B flat in my left hand and I've got F, B flat, and D in my right hand. All right, after that we go back to a G minor chord. Then we're going to go to an A7 chord. To do that, we're going to go up to A in our left hand, and then I'm going to keep my thumb on G and jump up here to C sharp and E. So G, C sharp, and E in my right hand. That's going to make my A7 chord. Then we're going to go to a D chord. I'm going to jump to the D here, slide up to A. I'm actually going to play a C because I prefer for this to be D7, and then my pinky up here. So D in the left hand, A, C, and F sharp in my right hand. That's going to make a D7 chord. Okay. Then we're back to the G minor, E minor, F, B flat. After that, we go to an E flat chord. So I'm going to jump up here to E flat. I'm going to go G, B flat, and E flat in my right hand. That's going to make my E flat chord. Okay. Then we go back to A7, back to D, D7 again, and then we're back to G minor there. That's the end of the verse, and what's going to take us into that musical interlude that will connect the verses, which I will teach you later. Okay. So that chord progression again: G minor, C minor, F, B flat, G minor, A7, D7, back to G minor, C, F, B flat, E flat, A7, D7, and then G minor again. Okay, so practice moving through those chords. Once you get that, you are ready to start putting some rhythm to it. So let's take a look at the rhythm. All right, the simplest rhythm would just be to play and hold the chord. Okay, you're going to be holding it for 2 beats. You're a mean one, 2, Mr. Grinch, 2, 3, 4. So you hold each chord for 2 beats. The only exception to that is when you get to that E flat chord where you go, Mr. Grinch, and you hold it for 4. And then you get to the A7, that's also for 4. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. Okay, so you could just hold those chords out and change through and sing along. That's a simple way to do it. Another way would be to play the bass and then the chord. So the bass is on 1, chord is on 2, bass is on 3 or 1 if you're doing a 2 pattern, or a 4 pattern would be 3, 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another 4 right there on that D7. Okay, G flat, G minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, 4. Hit that D chord 2 times in a row. That's why it's written twice right there. You just kind of hit greasy black peel. Okay, so let me sing it for you that way, where you can hear the downbeat and then the chord like this. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, you're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. Okay, so you notice there was a few things I did that were a little different than just the 1-2 thing. I held out the A7, for example. I hit the D twice in a row. Okay, that's kind of something that emulates what you're hearing in the recording of the song. So that's a fun way to kind of flavor it up a little bit. If you wanted to go beyond that, what you could do is hit the and of 2 in your left hand. So you re-accent the bass line, okay? So you can do the same note. So you could do that where you're re-accenting that bass note again. So one last rhythm that you could do is you could do the and, but you add a note from the chord that leads you to the root of the next chord. Okay, so for example on G minor, I'm on G, I'm going to do the B flat on my way to the C. Okay, and when I'm on the C, I'm going to do the G on my way to the F. I'm going to do the A on my way to the B flat. Okay, sometimes when it doesn't move very far, for example the G minor to the A7, I'll just re-emphasize that note again. Might sound like this. And you can kind of see how that fits all together. You could sing over the top of that and have fun with it. Now let me teach you that interlude that goes in between the parts of the song that you can use to loop it all back together and go from one verse into the next. All right, so you'll see on this chord chart that at the end of the verse, it goes G minor to A7, G minor to C, G minor to A7 again, and then 2 Ds in a row. That little portion is what we're going to be looking at right now. That chord progression is what we're going to be using, but we're not going to be playing the full chords. We'll play the bass notes, okay, so G to A, G to C, G to A, and then the D. Okay, that will be what follows along with that. But in our right hand, we're going to play a little melody line, and it's going to go like this. It starts on the G, and then we go back to the G from the B flat, okay? And then up here to what would be a D flat or a C sharp, and back to the G again. So everything's kind of centered around this G, and those are the 4 notes that you're going to use: G, A, B flat, and C sharp or D flat, depending on how you call it. Okay, so that's the basic pattern. I'll play it for you again so you can kind of see how it goes, and then we'll fit it over the left hand. Okay, so it goes like this. All right, one more time. Now getting it over the left hand is where it's tricky, and you're going to have to practice it a few times to really get it. So let me show you the left hand now. I'm going to count it in 4 beats, and then we'll put the both hands together, okay? So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So that's the left hand, and when you put the right hand over the top of it, it sounds like this. That's a little tricky, so I'm going to do it again. I'm taking it kind of slow. Work with it slowly, and then as you get it, start to speed it up again. So one more time, slow. A little faster now. And then that takes you into the next verse. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch, your hearts. Okay, and you keep going from there. And it keeps looping, and you're doing all the verses all together again. All right, let me sing it for you now so you can see how it all fits together. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. All right, that that is the song, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you again for the suggestion. Do me a favor, jump over to Amazon right now and check out my book, a piano chord book you can actually use. This is a great resource as you learn how to play the piano. You can find a link to that in the description. Drop me a like or a subscribe, comment. I love to see and hear all the engagement. Thank you for all these wonderful comments I've gotten from you guys in just the last few weeks. I really appreciate it. It is what inspires me to keep this channel going. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.